Hello. Now, the thing about nothing in particular, this whole my conscience, is that it is clear. And what is not clear here is because there are layers in it. Yeah. But nothing, so we're talking about conscience and it being clear is the objective we are coming to. Yeah. So when I say the dot, yeah, I come straight to the video here. So it's like a ongoing conversation from the previous. Yeah. Okay. The previous video is spoken a little bit about um, okay, Earth, yeah, and I've spoken about how is it related with the heart, yeah. So it may seem like a jumble of many things, but there also contains. I think I've answered a few questions on why am I doing this, and so it becomes easier to maybe see um, where am I headed with this, at least a thought line on that, and so what I'm speaking now probably then lands on that, or if not, anyhow, it's this is what I've been talking since a few years. So I'll try and make the matter a little more clearer. So the when I say when I'm calling it as my conscience, it's a conglomerate science of how I see life and how this helps me in living life in the multiverse. Because that's the job that my enterprise has. Over time, it's come about as this is what I'm supposed to be doing Shishti optimization. Yeah. So to improve our creatives, Shishti. Yeah. And a word there in Shishti optimization, like when we say Shezwan, yeah, is the sh. Um, I was referring to the Shezwan Margarita pizza a few days back. There, again, the references to sh. So they talk about the Sharia and they talk about Shava, they talk about Shankar and Shakti and all of that. There is the A after the sh, yeah? And not getting that A is the problem. They talk about, just you could just touch the nose here. I could just say, oh, healthy natural breathing. But we just couldn't get the nose. Yeah, like in the movie Rapunzel. Yeah. The hero's nose drawing, they couldn't get right. And so we have the internet sign. Instead of just touching like this, we have to go like this to touch the nose. Yeah. The A is the problem. They say Aleph. So plan A to Z, all for plan A. So to make the A clear, we're doing all this stuff. No, it's not the A. It's about why the A is there. Why is the emergence there? Why have we come into existence? Each of us, the A. Yeah. Okay. So A. Yeah. A is the matter. No, A is the matter. Okay. For that, we have to make sh clear because we have a lot of derivations from that. Sharia. We have Shakti and then Shankar. Yeah. The sh, the silence is what's not gotten. Yeah. And my world, my conscience becomes clearer from silence, stillness, nothing in that order. Yeah. Which is why maybe I'll post that video that I spoke about as Stula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira, where I'm covering the silence, stillness, nothing, or make another one. All right. Anyhow, I have to do all of this in small little bites, anyways. So might as well see where is this, and then yeah, still the complex is not got it because we have been reading these holy scriptures and textbooks in some time. So the little matters, the matter has not been gotten, the clear hasn't been gotten, which is why it's like that. So, okay. So I will post that video. And in this video, I will make clearer. Excuse me, we went a little back and forth, back and forth. Okay. In this video, I'll make one matter clear. And that is the whole of the circus is about this dot. Yeah. This dot, the center of even the Sri Chakra, and we cannot draw a circle without the dot in the center. And it's And like the Lal Bagh Gardens has a glass house in the center, it's when we have no veils covering the clear of the conscience, that's when we can live a clear conscience life. Yeah, that sounds like but what does it take to have that? And not like Earth, people can, zoom in from different places to Earth because it's not with all walls and covered and inside on protected. Yeah. Um, that is the thing is, Earth is doing something, which others are needing all these walls and protections, and which is important too. Yeah. Because until the matter is clear, walls and covers are needed. Yeah. So, which is how people are, contemplating on the matter in their own little tiny little worlds. Yeah. Spaces. Now, to have that, we need to start the story from the beginning. Yeah. And in my idea, they call it the Mani Padme or something. Yeah. I don't know, but that's more like the lotus. But there's also a pearl. Yeah. A clear pearl. Yeah. Uh, which forms from a little wounds, apparently. Yeah. Or to protect in the pearl oyster, to kind of protect from a grain of sand or something that is irritant or not as well. Okay, this is the washout. For the pearl to form, there's a certain physiological process. Yeah. And it's like baby's poop. Yeah. So it's the pearl oysters produce. Yeah. Similarly, the clear conscience does not come overnight. It takes some work. And for that work, it is not something you do, but by doing less of, or it's also called ksha. Or kshatriya also means you're doing something less of. Ksha in Bija Ganita refers to subtraction. You're doing something less of, and then consequently looking at what you have from doing less. From not doing something that you have been doing regularly and reducing the stress, and slowly then coming to prokaryotic. From eukaryotic, you have the eustress and the distress. And then as you're reducing the stress, you come to being pro-life, because then you go fast. Yeah. It's like a rocket. To get to the orbit, you got to remove the engines as it goes to higher altitudes, removes the engines. But in case of a human being, you're not flying off anywhere. You still have those relationships, but you're removing the stress from the relationships. Yeah. So what you have is what you have always been having, but you reduce the stress from them, where you're becoming more enlightened. The weight of the matter reduces, and it's easy for you to be here without your fire being on bomb being on fire. Okay. And then you're having to fly off. Yeah. Because you cannot be here. You got to exit. Yeah. And people are talking about liberation from life and all that. Yeah. So how to enlighten the matter, de-weight the matter. Yeah. Is when you learn how to de-weight the matter, that's when you come to clear conscience. Yeah. Otherwise, the walls are like heavy. We have our rooms, and then we have how we live our life. Yeah. Clear of the matter makes it less difficult for people to understand what you're saying. I'm doing all of this circus on, telling it in the perfect set of words in the sequence, but I'm thinking human beings are more multifaceted than just only words in that particular sequence you're listening to, and then whether that is clear or not. So I'm thinking this video captures more than what I can literally speak. And like this idea of the fly on the wall, a fly has at least 1,000 eyes, is what they say. Yeah. So I'm hoping in these videos, those who are watching with your 1,000 eyes, they talk about Sahasra, yeah, uh, the Sahasra chakra and all of that. So everybody have this. We have a body that's human, so we have 1,000 there. So I'm hoping you'll be able to see something here, and then you'll see how much work is done, how much is not done. So you can have an assessment from what is visible, from what you can see, and then the Arcturians say those who have eyes to see and ears to hear will respond. So this is like the Arecibo message out to the universe. Those who can see, hear, contact me, and let's make the world a better place to live in. Yeah. So I'll come to the clear of the matter because I've been kind of weighed down with how best to say it. So saying, doing, saying is where the becoming and having is. Yeah. So, all right. So on that matter, clear. We have this entire construct here, all of this, but it all starts from this dot. Like a circle is drawn from a dot, you compass and then you draw that circle. Yeah. So I'll remove all of this and just leave this big circle as this dot. As a clear of the matter? So it's like this. Yeah. We are kind of zooming into this. Yeah. Okay. We have to come back to this. So from the basics, kind of. The clear of the matter. I'm clearing everything in the center and then into the clear of the matter. Okay, now, in the beginning, there was nothing. Yeah. And my idea of an ovum also is, well, it's like they talk about the sky. In the movie Avatar, they talk about sky people coming to Pandora. Yeah. So similarly, they come into okay, the blue-tailed people, yeah, is how they get their software and all of them. There's stuff downloaded into, and then they come to Pandora, yeah, to then study the people, kind, yeah, Umatikaya, yeah. But um, if we just go by that idea of sky people came to Pandora, consider that a mother's ovary is like Pandora, yeah. And then there's a reason for coming down to Pandora, yeah, to the ovary. That's like Almighty dotting's permission for, okay, there's a good, nice reason for your better born, then, download into the system kind, okay? Now, from the ovary, there is maturation, yeah, through different stages of being and becoming. But consider that we are all said to be like stardust, yeah, said to be stardust. And stardust has matter and energy. So basically, me, matter and energy. Stardust, tiny little dot, but still dust. It's got matter, it's got energy too. And then, so that's like Advaita, okay? And then from there, you meet different stages of development. You meet the substance of the ovary, for example. There are other eggs in different stages of development. Different substances that then holds the egg together in the substance of the ovary. Yeah, many, many things. Many, many mucousy things. Yeah, the slimy of the matter. Yeah, there could be many fine details. Over time, you find a reason for, okay, you already have a reason for being born in the ovary. Yeah, coming to the ovary. And then from there, you kind of pay attention to details of the substance, the matter, the kind of discussions there, because the whole ovary is in the body of a female. Yeah. So there's already stories there, lots of stories. And then from there is attention paid to seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, feeling, knowing. We have our sense organs, but who's to say that light, that matter, stardust, does not have sense? It's like the avatar, having their own sensory functions, and then begins to start building a story, consistent with and kind of checking with, there's this bit of information and there's this bit of information. Does it suit my make? I have a reason for coming. Does this suit my thing? Where do I belong? I mean, does it make sense? Does it feel nice? And you could go, don't like, all that stuff. And then according to how the system kind of supports, okay, we are also here, and then we also have our little concerns. I know it's not all perfect, but we got what we have, and then according to how the village takes care of this new arrival, do I go forward? What do I go forward? So maturation, the cares mature. I don't care. That may not be what the thing is. I'd like, come here, and then kind of look at if it's inspiring a reason, and then you come to dirty, all kinds of places, all kinds of stories and sounds, and nothing makes sense, all kinds of things. Now, accordingly is the maturation. When there's more reason for this bit of information, this suits me, and then you start building your story, and then you mature. From the pure of the matter, things get a little interesting, and then from there, when mature enough to meet, so you already have a little bit of mommy puppy material. That means you're already getting the story of the mommy, the feminine, or the I can't say history worth of, because the female body also formed from male and female body, sperm and ovum coming together. So there's already history in the woman's womb, in a body composition. And then from there, you come to, and now let's meet Poppy. So when born, we already are an idiot, an idio. So I call it id. We have an id, and have an I, and O. It's like I operating system, but we have an id, a reason for being there. There's like a capital I there, and we have a small I. So we already have some version of a big and small, and then D and Yo and O, okay? So there's already something wholesome about it, and then we already have a BB, a baby, Our complementary partner is already part of it. That's like Prakriti and Purusha, So the idio is like the Purusha. Come down in the fabric of time-space, which is the ovary, After being born also, we are still in the fabric of time-space only, but get an idea. We already have a BB, like BB, reason to be, big B, okay. I call it as capital B, small e, small b, small e. There's a big reason for being and a small reason for being, Like the big one, the big I needs a reason to be, and the small I needs a reason to be, BB, baby, That's like saying, in this one, I talk about small me, big me. There's a reason for both. So we are already double baggage. We already have double baggage. Double, like when we go to a grocery store. So the grocery doesn't, bottom out. There's a nice little package. So then so the baggage reaches home from the store. Like the idea of the stork bringing the baby. So there's a baggage, nice package now. From here, after the me, and paying attention to, the matter and energy stardust, paying attention to the stories in the fabric of time, space, and ovary, and as matures, becomes ready to meet Papa. Okay, so here me meets Mama. The ovary material, the her story, what a boy, lot of her stories. Man, you should really listen to them. Oh my goodness. So Idio already has Bebe. So me already has Idio and Bebe. Yeah. So me, matter and energy already has Idio and Bebe. Otherwise, it's like the criteria not met. Yeah. For uh, coming to Pandora, kind of. Yeah. From Almighty Dotting. So you got to have this. You got to have a big reason and a small reason. And you got to have the light, matter and energy. So Idio is like matter and BB is like energy. Yeah. So me, all this whole thing together, I just put together in one little word. Me. Yeah, matter energy. And me meets mommy matter. So that is mama. Ma, capital M, small a. Yeah. Small m, small a. Okay. Mama. Okay. So here, mama is when you begin to have a substance to become, well, it's kind of layering, it's like sandwich. Things keep getting piled up. Yeah, it's get better. You form a substance. Your body forms a substance from things layering up. So this is nurture. Yeah, little layers, nicely package you. It's like you go to the snow field. Yeah, ice. You got to wear nice little, cold to protect you from the cold. You need layers of clothing. So your body is forming layers. Yeah, so you got mama material. Yeah. So you have a little bit of the substance forming on how to be me, small me, big me. But this me needs to take the weight of, we had all of that, lot of things here, layers, bark. Otherwise, you could lose it. Yeah. You got to have sufficient layering. Otherwise, there is particle pelting going on. Like Earth formed a lot of, asteroids and many bodies keep particle pelting. They are still looking for a planet like Earth, who has a substance to maintain life, hold life, and also sufficiently beautifully. Yeah. So lots of respect for Earth. What an example. I can. So all that I'm saying, you can just compare to Earth. Yeah. But a big example now. So layer. Idio, baby, mama. And then when me is matured enough to meet Papa, yeah, that's when from the ovary, you merge peekaboo. Yeah, when you go out, things stuff. Okay, not exactly be like that. It could be like sometimes it's a kick out. Yeah, otherwise it's not being born. Like in my story, um, I was in my mama's womb and having a nice time. It's a long journey from the ovary all the way through from the fallopian tube to the uterus and all the fluid material there and all the developmental things. And it's a tiring journey. And in my journey, I'll talk about that another time. My journey, there was some chemical treatment and all that. So I was kind of tired. And then at some point, after 2 months into my mom's pregnancy with me, she realized, oh, I'm there. And then the treatment stopped. Yeah. And then I think she loved me all up. And then I was kind of getting used to not this particle pelting going on. Yeah. To I kind of a little bit. Yeah. And then it was apparently past the due date. They say this particular date the baby is supposed to be born. I was not coming out. And then they said cesarean. And they even spoke about, I think they gave an injection. Yeah, petadine. So, and I think my mom already was experiencing or imagining the pain of it. I don't know what was the case. Yeah. But I don't know what all circumstances there. And then I came out. And then they didn't need cesarean. Yeah. So I don't know if I was kicked out or scared the bejesus out of. Yeah. I don't know what really happened, but okay. That's my story. Yeah. If you kind of that story needs improvement. I know not all the details are there, but similarly, the point is try inquiring about your birth story. Yeah. Or we will cover your birth story in the course of this story, this having a conscience clear, because the blueprint of your story of how you arrived, how you came here, the entire thing is already there in your everyday activities. Because the blueprint never really goes away, you know. So it's already there in our stories mix. So we'll be able to uncover your stuff. Yeah. Because you would have a pattern to how you do things, which makes you different from another person. So now I told about the DNA, right? The DNA of a make of how we do life. It's sometimes when from not knowing our DNA that we sometimes get, you know, they're doing that. Maybe I should do that to get success. Yeah. They're doing that. We copy paste, not really knowing our own stuff. Now, when me is mature enough to meet Papa, which is more like the matter of, well, you're on mama's body, all nurture and then all thing. And then we have to meet Papa. History worth of, it's like on Earth, we're like two species keeping it together on a planet. So we need one character, one species, mama, yeah, who already has material. Mama's body is made from sperm and ovum coming together. And then to meet Papa, you know, the next character in our story. Because otherwise our human body won't form. Yeah. So we have a substance, me, but a human body does not form. We may be all energy stuff or some gooey stuff. Yeah. Just clear of the matter, everything nice. And then we have a little story forming. Our material may already be a little contaminated with mama's material. Yeah, because mama's material, genetic material has her parents, her ancestors' material all there. It's like the house needs cleaning regularly. If they haven't cleaned the story in some time, you're going to already be having that material. Yeah. And then our clear conscience, yeah, kind of gets a little muddied. It's like the sand kicking up a little bit. And then that becomes also part of your earth. Yeah. The earth that you are. And then it's about keeping our water clear. Otherwise, we become like other planets, you know, Mars, Jupiter, etc. Not having that substance to have life, to maintain life. So congratulations, we've come this far. We are all alive here, so we've gone through many clearance processes. Now from here, when me becomes mature enough to come out of the ovary, yeah, you either go through the fallopian tube, which is more the normal vaginal birth canal. Well, that's one of the processes. There could also be some people just fall off the bandwagon, and then they have a birthing, a growth story in say the stomach or the intestine or outside the uterus. Yeah, so there are those cases too. And when they have say come out and then have a body that's human, that's part of their story. That's how their life formed. Yeah. So it's part of their story make, DNA. More like my story script, the script of their make. Yeah. Now, having said that, when mature enough, they meet Papa. Okay, let's say Papa here. Ooh, Papa here. Papa. Because the Y chromosome needs a little support. Yeah. Because two roads diverged in a wood, and I chose the one less traveled by. And two roads diverged in a wood, and I chose the one less traveled by, and that's made all the difference. So we're all kind of deviants. Yeah. There's a mama material, papa material, and then there's my way. Yeah. They do this, that all works for you. It's like, I mean, how do you even live like that? Yeah. And then you say, not that. I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do mine. So at adolescence, when the hormones become part of our composition, we start being a little deviant. But that's also because we see something works, something doesn't work, and then we try to see how best to work it out together. So that's when we have an individuality. Yeah, we begin to start individuating a bit, having a mind of our own, because we have our leg is also standing on the ground and we are having our own body and not always, not the mama, papa, or somebody catching us and then, to standing on our own feet. We have a composition more or less of our own, yet to mature, but we can stand on our own 2 feet. Yeah. So yeah, mama, papa. The music of our life. Okay, let me complete this bit. After meeting mama, papa, where your material, first of all, contaminated with mama material. and then further contaminated with Papa material. Yeah, because Papa's body is also formed from his mama, Papa, parents' worth of history and her story. Yeah, it's a lot of stories, I know. But we also eat food. It's like a buffet. We have all kinds of things. Yeah. And sometimes it's like information. We have all kinds of information. And then it's about what do you pay attention to? Yeah? And then what do you do with the information you have? So I'll say, yeah. Now, good. So we are now standing up here. We have had a few years, several cycles of evolution worth of maturing, yeah, training, conditioning in dealing with information. Yeah. So you think information overload? We never not had that. Because to qualify to drop into Pandora, yeah, you had to go through some selection processes. They don't just, yeah, they don't just, you want to be born and just born. That doesn't happen. It's a lot of qualification selection processes. Congratulations, you have a body that's human. Yeah. And you're alive. Very nice. Oh, it takes something to do that. Yeah. Now, when I say, so this is a little bit of the clear of the matter, how things got a little contaminated, a little entangled, yeah, between me, yeah, the stardust me, and then Idio, Bebe, Mama, Papa, yeah, a little entangled with the his story and her story and a lot of our family tree, how we got connected with our family tree, the human. So it's either male, female. It's not either or. Our body is formed from male and female. And we got to distinguish which male, which female, and they are complementary opposites. And that's the point. You can't really say opposites, complementary partners. Well, they're like two species on the planet. So, and we have so they have their own matter. There's a male matter and there's a female matter. And there's also the energy of male and female. So they all have their me. Everybody have a me, matter and energy. And then it's about how much of matter, how much of energy. Yeah. Now, the music of life, yeah, comes from, so you have, so in classical music, Indian classical music, so that's a reference I'm going from. You have sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. And then the sa is again the next octave. But that's important because we have 7 continents. I say water, the oceans, is the 8th continent, which then holds whole earth together, yeah, continent. So so that's like sa, the 8th note, sa, which is basically again the first note of the next octave. But that's what keeps a loop going. It's like 0, 0 to 9, and then again 0, 0 to 9. So that becomes 10 to 19. So that loop continues. So when we say, we see this in terms of the classical music notation, ma, pa, yeah? So ma, I'll take the smaller versions here. Ma, pa, given that we are made from mama material, papa material, yeah, sperm, or otherwise we don't have a body that's human. So I'm coming from there to here. Bebe is like they say the daiva. So we have the mai and pai, yeah, which means it's more like a little, there is a light version and dark version for each person. So we say me, my 3 and okay. So there's a me and T. So I can like I, like me and the I. What has us be a little me, like I, little I, and then the big I. So you're at least a little person. Yeah. That way, me. We'll meet this A character after. Yeah. So we have the me, and then there's my. That is after the I, after meeting I. Yeah. A and then I. So that becomes a little heavy. A is already a little heavy. Like we are still searching for, we're going all around the internet to get to this nose, ESON. Okay. Okay. That's like NOSE, ulta. You read it ulta, it becomes ESON. E-commerce, earth, earth, the meanings we make. Oh, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. So the meanings we make with E, right? So nose, NOSE, ESON, to get to this, the matter, the earth of the matter, we can go all around the internet, all around the universe, multiverse. Very important, because why have we come into existence? Cannot be simply said in one word, yeah? So me, me, grows up and gets to the of it, the ma bit, begins to start facing life. Yeah, after having a body that's human, and then the whole fallopian tube, and then you embed in the fabric history's bed of history. All men, women, all grew up in that womb only. Yeah, that is of course. You grew up in a place. Either some people, if you fell off the bandwagon, kind of, and then grew in the stomach or intestine. Do you have a story there? Still, you grew up in a fabric, in a place. Yeah, it was not in thin air hanging. You grew up in a place. Just like we all have a life here. We all grew up in a place. Very nice. Then we're not coming to the YouTube. The IV tube then feeds us to form the human body further development. Otherwise, we'll be just one round. Yeah. So from there to this shape, it took a little feeding. Yeah. YouTube information. Yeah. Like how I'm conveying here through YouTube. So depending on how much you're able to consume the matter, a little bit chew on the matter, little bites of information, we make it simpler. Yeah. Now, so um, so having a body that's human, that's like ma, and to form this A, took some journey from all of this, from that stardust all the way to forming a body that's human too. You get a little more the matter of A. Yeah, we're coming to matter of A. And then me already it's already a little human, but this is more after coming out from the after coming out from the womb. Yeah, having a body that's formed after being qualified enough to come out of the womb. Yeah, because you got to have met some criteria. Yeah, some time in the womb and developmental. So there is that's the two. Some of them have said to come out by like 5 months. Yeah, they still need care and all that. Yeah. So there are those. Ooh, they were like in a hurry to be born, and then me all yay. So there is that too. So other people. So it's not a bad thing. That you spend an entire 9 months or more. We all take our own time. That's why we have it's called body clock. We require our own time. And each person have our own heartbeat, yeah, our own pace. Now, me, so we have the and me or me. So I got to pronounce it differently. Okay. And ma, yeah. When ma meets becomes also with I, the matter gets a little heavy. And then you have something to go great about. Yeah. Could go grr. Yeah, but things get a little interesting. And then you have a little more dark matter. Yeah, because you have a little cloud with what works well. It's part of it. That's when also you meet time and space. Yeah. So when I say there are two parts to me. When I say Bitta, there are two parts. One is Sati, Sat. Yeah, like Satyam, or the fine light self. The other is dark, Kali. Yeah, I say Kali. Yeah. So Sati and Kali. The Shiva trilogy talks about Sati and Kali being twins. Yeah. So that's when things get a little interesting. And then you have the dark self and the light self, and one is accepted, positive, negative, and then do this, and all that. In Vedic philosophy, at least people when they're sitting, like when they're sitting in a like with their leg behind their knees, and then they sit on their ankles. They keep the great toe, left great toe, on the right, and which is kind of like when you're crossing the road, they say left, 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 right, left, left, then look right, and then look left again before you could cross the road. That's because what you need to pay attention to what is left and introduce the right a little bit, not too much, because you can get a little heavy. Yeah. And then look again towards left, and then make your move. That's prudence too. So you're not missing left or right. Yeah. So paying attention to what is left is important, because what we have now as history, it's tradition, it's taken a long time to form. So we need to look at what is left, what has been already created, pay attention to the details, and then look at what is right. If something is not working, look at what is right, and what just enough would be, what would be the right thing without disturbing what's left. So you again look at left. How does this right then work with the left, and then make those improvements? Yeah. So things are getting better. Otherwise, yeah. So my pie. And as we meet our own light and dark self, baby comes to die. Yeah. Or die. You see, Daiva, the gods and goddesses and demonesses. So all of that is here. Yeah. So I got to watch it for my gods and my partner and all that. So I'm watching. So in this idea, little me and big me, I say big me is half, like the half note. This is sir and this is re. Yeah, this is like half. Because the big me is like the original me here, having met my partner. Yeah. In the sense, it's in Dvaita, where there is more a recognition of, oh, there's me, and then there's a guru inside me. Yeah. There's a light inside me. You have a little more recognition of, oh, I'm the lower self, there's also a bigger self. And then that light, Marianne Williamson talks about, won't you let your light shine? Because when you give yourself the permission, your own light to shine, others get the permission to shine theirs. But you got to know your light, because your light could be coming with the complementary partner's own little stuff. Yeah. Gods and goddesses, demons and demonesses. So your higher self may have taken particulate matter from history and herstory worth of stuff that needs further digesting, further refinement, before the me is all nice and clear, the conscience remains clear. Otherwise, you have Adam's apple worth of stuff that you can say, that you can't swallow, nor can you spit. Yeah. So, so if I die, let's say die, because we talk about the Daiva, yeah. So Devi, no, that, yeah. No, the gods, goddesses, demons, demonesses, yeah. And then I call this as Nai. Why I say Nai is like Naya, or boat, or Noah's Ark. Yeah, that also has a Nai. Well, me is very close to nothing in particular, and you got to improve nothing. Yeah, otherwise, me keeps getting on it's like lotus, dirty water. Yeah, you got to keep cleaning the water at least to the point that you can be alive. Otherwise, it all just takes over, and then you're like all covered in all kinds of filments. Yeah, you got to have your clear. So that takes a little matter which Earth is doing. So it's all clear and nice. Yeah, ozone and all that, and creating creatures like me. Yeah, who's talking about things like this. So how to do that? How to be for-profit proof? Yeah. Got to learn from your parents. Earth is setting quite an example. Really, really nice. And Earth is in womb of the universe. So universe is doing something. Yeah. So you got to learn from all of that. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Now. So ma, pa, the, ni. Yeah. We'll meet this A character more. Yeah. What makes the matter heavy? but we are at least a little me, like small I. And we also have a capital I, but capital I is like, they say, drop the identity, drop the identity. So we're at least a little me with a head on top. Yeah, like person with a head on top. We at least have that. Yeah. Now, so ma, pa, the, ni. Yeah. And ni is like saying it's next only to the next octave, like sa, re, ga, ma, pa, the, ni. Yeah. Next to the next octave, sa. That I'm calling as you. So when we say me to you, when we say I love you, I is like the little I loves you. That's basically our relationship with life. Yeah, because well, we have a heart. Yeah, our whole body is formed from a lot of care and nurture. Otherwise, we would be just killed all on route. Yeah, but you've come this far, which means we have already gained the approval of matter and energy, nurture, and nature and nurture, to the point that we have a body that's human and we're here and we're talking. Somebody or the other fed us, took care of us. We're all a complete story weave from a lot of cares, different kinds of cares. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a body that's human. Yeah, we wouldn't be talking and alive. Because, well, on Earth, we got to have what it takes to be loving, not a lovey-dovey. Yeah, because if that's fake, you would just simply get acidified. Yeah. It's got to be the right care. That's when you have a career. If you don't, your care is not the right kind, you got things to face. Yeah. It gets really stressful and you get eukaryotic. And then you have, heart, all they did this to me and I did this. My relationship with myself, my relationship with other people, and you become more eukaryotic. And then go a little bit. Yeah. To be more prokaryotic, more, yay, let's talk, people. You got to regularly decookie. Yeah. Otherwise, you become all heavy, dark, and then you call it gurus, like heavy. And then the gurus need to enlighten regularly. Otherwise, they are heavy stuff for others. Like I'm talking, I know. You keep contemplating on the matter, you become a little big. Yeah. And then you got to have the matter light enough so people can understand what you're saying. So you're more like grasping one matter here, one topic, one idea here somewhere. So to make it more easily consumable, I can't say seedless grapes because, well, easy to consume, just that's like water. Yeah, water doesn't have seeds, apparently. Okay. Water has a lot of information. Yeah. So it's the elixir of life. So it's got material from history worth of several lifetimes, generations, by which how to be human. Yeah. It's a love potion. Water is a love potion because it's formed from many kinds of treatments. Yeah. And having the quality enough to sustain life while we are all talking about artificial intelligence and all kinds of things. Yeah. So what is the original love potion? Yeah, it is the love potion. Now, to have a music of life, musical drinks of water. Yeah. And also have vegetables because they are nature's patented products. It took something to form any of them. And it's only found on Earth. Yeah. So we have a nice ecosystem here to help us develop the work. It's like they talk about Google and Apple and all having a great infrastructure. We already have a great infrastructure here. Yeah. Vegetables, water, patented products. It took some time to form any of them. Yeah. So in the Matrix, they talk about reverse engineering. Yeah. So it took something to form all of that on Earth here. Whew. Now, why is all this necessary? Why is all this great infrastructure? State of the art. Yeah. So that we have the material required for us to live in life in the multiverse. Because such like a big for-profit enterprise, Almighty Inc. And it takes a certain composition to reverse transcribe life in the, you got planets and stars and galaxies and all kinds of places. How to have life just like, first we need to see the content quality of what's developing here, the humans, the species here. And then there's quality check regularly so that we are not a problem for Almighty Inc. because there's the experience of the Big Bang. Yeah. So better quality is always checked for. So how to have that is what is all this education about. So we have a clear conscience, and just having clear conscience won't do. You should have a reason for being the work you're doing and what you're producing, what's the creatives, and when your creatives got to be beneficial for almighty dotting, consistent with the vision and mission of the enterprise, of the incorporation, life. Yeah. Ooh, okay, so on that matter, I will pause for now. Maybe the matter is a little more clear. Yeah, nothing is a little more clear. Yeah. Okay, so that's a little bit of my story or me story. We all came from there only. Yeah. And then we have, when we say yoga, it's about clearing, moving his story and her story forward for the better. Because that's what, well, we qualified, our parents gave the permission to continue growing up into having a body that's human. When me, matured enough after coming out of the ovary, meets Papa material. So there needs to be a lot of agreement. Mama need to agree that you can continue to be in the ovary and then mature. And then Papa need to then agree. We kind of got screwed from the ovary, or rather, right, coming out of the ovary. Yeah, because our material, the ovum with Mama material, got screwed with Papa material. Yeah, so the story got very interesting. Kahani may twist. Yeah, we already came with our own stuff, and then we meet Mama's material, and that got screwed with Papa material. So there's been a spin, a twist in the story. Yeah. And then we had to meet the conditions of Mama's reason for, conditions for being in existence, and then Papa's conditions for being in existence. And they need to be in such a way that it works. Yeah. And that's when further processing, further development. And then Mama nurture, take care, and the agreement with life, our agreement with life. So God, we got so many agreements before dropping into stardust into Pandora, Mama's ovary. We had to clear so many conditions, so many approvals. For example, being paired with the right energy, matter and energy. Yeah. So from there, there's a lot of material. Yeah. Story is quite interesting. Yeah. So no matter what is your matter and energy, we can improve it. Because we are in the womb of nature and nurture. This is a for-profit enterprise. No matter what your content quality, we can improve it. And how to do that forms the suite of services, coachings, products, solutions that my enterprise makes available. Yeah. Medicine intelligence makes available. I'm still making the matter clear on what is medicine intelligence. So let's have us be clear, the me be clear and the little fine little details be clear. Then it becomes easier. Yeah. Then we can have an interaction and we would all be benefited. Yeah. So, okay. I hope A is a little more clear. No, we will cover that in the next one. Yeah, we'll do that. Boy, we're going to begin our alphabets. Yeah. And then we'll learn how to breathe healthier naturally. And then we'll meet our basics. I'll come to the basics. For starters, it involves rest, vegetables, okay, rest, fun, yeah, water, and then clean, and then vegetables, food, okay, rest, food, water, something to drink, drink, and then work, and then fun, and then clean. So we've got some work, but here the work and play is all, you would have to kind of differentiate which is work and which is play. Yeah. So it's not that, heavy stuff. It gets lighter, it becomes easier to manage. Yeah. So yeah, that's also how a sap, a plant, a seed becomes a tree, because there's a reason for, it's better to grow up. Yeah. So we'll cover all of those details. And why growing up and then living and then, making things better, and why is that beneficial? Yeah. Otherwise, you're also looking at, flying off, liberation and all that stuff. Such a beautiful incorporation. Yeah. What? A lot of infrastructure. Oh, yeah. And I would call this everything. Yeah. You got lots of potential, lots of play field. Yeah, really, really, really nice. Yeah. So it's about those who pro-life get the benefit. You have, for that you will need to have the mighty advantage. The education through here then makes you more um, pro, professional. You're like an athlete. Yeah. Like the Olympics. The Olympics have 5 rings. We're talking about Pancha Shatpita. So when you get your basics right, your fives, the Olympic fives, is more easier to then to bring together, humanity across boundaries and all of that. And we all functioning together in one family, and then becomes all nice. Yeah, really, really nice. Benefits accrue. As we work on doing the right things keeps happening to us. Yeah. Or we become at the cause of the right things happening to us. So then we are not just, something life just happens and you're just sitting here and no, life, no. I call it Nyampadi Devambadi. Nai, when I say Nai, like N. So Nyan, like Narayana. Yeah. Artha, Nara, Ishvara. The Ishvara is more like the direction. We will cover the Ashta Digbandhana. So there you'll meet the Ishvara. Yeah. So then that matter becomes clear. When we say Artha Nara Ishvara. So Artha, the meaning, Nara is more like from the Na, from N, so Nai. So I'm saying Nyambadi, Devampadi. So like me and 50-50. It's a microcosm, macrocosm, 50-50 equation. Yeah. So I'm not saying, God, give me this, that. I also have a say in the matter of that. So when I do my part, God does God's part. Yeah, that way. So we have an agreement with life. And between me and me, we have Mama, Papa, Bebe Idio. Yeah, we got all the force. The force, may the force be with you. And when the force is with you and your why for being in existence is clear, your conscience is clear, your ass is more clear. We'll come to the ass. But your world, your universe, your relationships is more clear, then how you're related with, say, user interface, with people, with technology, with different systems, that becomes more easier, yeah, to then discern what works, what doesn't work, why to approach somebody, when to approach. So all of that becomes clearer. Yeah. So Mama, Papa, Bebe Idio. Yeah, men and women of substance. Yeah. So to improve the substance quality by clear conscience. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this has been of value to you.